What's going on? This is your boy GamingAubs coming right back at you again. All right, so I want to react to a video that I basically uh from a YouTuber named Duke Jackson. If anyone else didn't know, one of the great black YouTube creators, Kevin Samuels, passed away. Um, Thursday morning. He was one of those that I actually ran into a year ago with the viral clip of the lady that I. It's funny. I ran into this clip. Everyone was talking about it. Everyone was talking about how Kevin was mean and throwing black women under the bus and all this other crap. And I watched the clip that everyone was talking about. And what I saw from the clip, it was weird. I saw something completely different. I saw a lady who obviously didn't know her value, who was wanting something that didn't exist, who I think was she had issues. Then on top of that, it seemed like to me when I was originally first started watching it that he had a topic that he was talking about. She basically came on to his platform and was like, well, I don't want to talk about that topic. I want you to help me with whatever issue she had. And so he helped her. I mean, hell, it's stuff. He was much nicer than I was. But after that, I decided to watch the whole show, his whole show that they contained. And I was blown away by the stuff that he was saying. It's the same shit that I was saying back in the day. And I thought I was crazy. Now, I'm not high value. I don't have a lot of money and all this other crap. But I do know how people who have a lot of money, I know how they operate. I know how they move. I know how a lot of women chase after those guys. And so I understand. I'm not in this, and I'm not in one of those delusional states and stuff. But anyways, long story short, he passed away Thursday morning. It is so funny because he literally had a live stream Wednesday night. Wednesday night had a live stream. You couldn't tell nothing was wrong with him. Nothing. He just looked like he normally does. And then Thursday morning wakes up, passes. So it's strange, and I'm gonna miss that content because he was one that actually educated me on a lot of things. So what I want to do now is I want to turn the attention to peeps. This is just weird. Be honest with you. I want to turn the attention over to this video. This is going to be from Duke Jackson. I haven't seen it, but I saw the title. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say right now.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Demo, Mario Brother music. So, guys, I gotta give a good show despite the sadness that's happening right now in the world. And we all know our brother Kevin Samuels has passed, and a lot of black women on Twitter are glad.
What?
They're making memes, they're making comments, and they are rejoicing, and they are saying things like, "Looks like he died alone." But let's fast forward, Nemo. So let's assume that you're right. Kevin Samuels passed alone. Does it take anything away from what he was saying about what's going on in Black America in the dating world? No. And let me talk about these detractors, guys. I want to talk about these detractors because it's very, 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 very important. You see, rejoicing in somebody else's downfall is not mutually exclusive to your own personal success. For an example, I'm a 49ers fan. When I rejoiced in the fact that the Dallas Cowboys we beat you, stop the show, y'all were still mad. It didn't result in us in NFC Championship beating the Rams because those were two different games, two different opponents. So Kevin Samuels passing or not doesn't change the relationship dynamic in Black America. You know, you just don't have the viral show that you can have every night with somebody getting exposed because of their entitlement. But in your own personal life, you're not going to be able to have the guy that you want if you don't improve yourself. That's going to be the same. So let me just put that out there. Before the black men out there who are upset, let me tell you this, okay? I know Kevin Samuels would not want you guys to go to war with all black women because of what they're saying negatively about him. Even in his death, I know for a fact he wouldn't care. He didn't care about that when he lived. So I want to tell black men this. Do not judge all black women or all black people on what some people on Twitter are saying. Because you got to remember, there are a lot of black women out there that are sending condolences to Kevin Samuels. He had a lot of black women followers.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop it there. Because I saw all I wanted to see. I haven't seen it. This was posted. I don't really see where it says it was posted. Listen, I'm just gonna say something, and I know my lighting is a little off. Yeah, I know my lighting's a little off, but I just want to say something, and this is coming from, me, Miss Aubrey, right? Black women, people would ask me why I don't date black women. And then my response was, well, I would love to, but they don't like me. And it's true, they don't like me. For whatever reason, I don't know, my looks, whatever. But the one thing that I would tell you growing up is I did not like the black girls that I grew up with in school. I didn't. Because of shit like this. This man, if anyone that has listened to his content, okay, he is no different. Let me put it like this. Let me backtrack. So most of the women I think that or posting these type of messages against a guy who just passed, I can tell never had a father, or if they did have a father, they have resentment towards their father. Let's face it, we know that the black community, well over half of us don't ever grow up with fathers. Okay. And I don't, it really shows you how low black women, and just black people in general, but black women will stoop down to. The man basically came on the show, will produce these shows on YouTube, explaining, hey, some of you all want a certain type of man. Some of y'all want a certain type of man, but those men that you want, do they really want you? And he's trying to explain to a lot of women that there are certain things that, a lot of women, you talk to a lot of black women, you got to make six figures, you got to be 6 foot tall. Do they bring something of equal value to the relationship? And what Kevin is basically saying is that if you're an average woman, you're going to have to present yourself in a big light. You're going to have to present yourself. You're going to bring something something other than your looks and your box, as y'all call it these days, to the table. Because high value men, they have so many options. For them, you're just basically a good weekend fling. On the same tip, he asked a lot of these women, hey, you're an average woman. Why don't you find an average guy? But black women in mass, not all, but in mass, don't want to date an average guy. So that's basically what his show was about. Was he stern? Yes. He called it how it was. A lot of people was talking about his tone. Who the heck cares? If you've had a father, trust me when I say this, your fathers do not care about tone. When they say something, they say it. You either comply with it. In a story. The fact that you saw people were celebrating his death, in a sense, is appalling to me. And this goes to show the value of black women in general. OK Cupid apparently did a study. Of course, this is almost a decade ago, but they did a study, and it showed that black women were the least sought after when it comes to dating. So if you have a standard guy, one of your top tier men, when they're out there looking for a relationship, black women are at the very low totem pole. And there's a reason for that. But you just saw it right there. That's one of the reasons. And we can all go into, well, other races would do this if somebody they didn't like, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to even get into that because there are other people that have addressed this issue. But I just think that when it comes to black women, that black women do not seem to value black men at all. At all. I always see these I don't even watch TikTok, but I see on YouTube of TikTok videos of especially black women kind of just bashing black men for no reason. But yeah, it's funny because I have yet to really see a bunch of videos of black men bashing black women. If a black man decides to go with a white woman, date her, black women are going after that guy. He's gay. He can't. He's weak. They're always bashing. This is nothing new from growing up back where I lived. Growing up in school, that's all black women, that's all the black girls did. They would bash. I could sit there and have a conversation with a Hispanic girl, white girl, Asian girl, pleasant. When it comes to black girls, bashing. They always talked about you. But they always say things like, well, you just need to be strong enough for us. And they don't understand that we don't want to be strong enough. We want pleasantry. But when people ask me now why you hardly ever see me with a black woman, why it seems like I don't really date black women, this is the reason why. Because you all did a poor piss ass job raising these black girls to basically raise them to actually respect black men, especially with everything that's going on in the world. Now, does this apply to all black women? No. Does it apply to the majority of black women? Yes. I see you can go online on the dating sites. A lot of black women, the way that they construct their profile, they're not even pleasant at all. But I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna say a whole lot. I'm gonna cut this video off. But my take on all this is it's ridiculous. And I'm gonna say that I personally have no sympathy. I'm not gonna feel sorry for whatever happens to black women from here on out. Until other black women start until other black women start holding other black women accountable and point out that these are things that you shouldn't do, whatever happens to y'all happens. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't care about the black women community. I don't care if y'all get treated like crap. I've grown numb to it because of how disrespectful you all tend to be towards black women. I mean, black men. And then some of the black women that are married. Trust me, I've met a lot of black women who are married, pleasant, great to be around. And those women garner way more respect in the black community. But again, it's going to be up to those same women to hold other black women accountable and start speaking out on their behavior. But that's all I'm going to say. Y'all take care. I am out of here. I got work to do. But shout out to Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace. And thank you for everything that you brought to the table. And I hope, hopefully, someday that your dream will be realized, and somehow or another we can stop this gender war between black women and black men, and black women, more black women will start appreciating black men. Anyways, I'm out. Peace, and I am gone.